For decades, he was a ghost, a monster lurking in the shadows of California. Known by many names, the Visalia ransacker, the East Area rapist, the original Night Stalker, his reign of terror spanned over a decade, leaving behind a trail of brutalized victims, unsolved murders, and communities paralyzed by fear. He was the Golden State Killer. And for nearly 40 years, he vanished, melting back into society, leaving one of America's most terrifying cold cases frozen in frustration. Investigators chased shadows. Leads dried up. Decades passed. Generations grew up under the specter of his unsolved crimes. He attacked in dozens of jurisdictions, his methods evolving, making him incredibly difficult to profile, let alone identify. He seemed destined to remain a phantom, a chilling legend of suburban horror. The case files grew cold, thick with dead ends and the fading hopes of countless victims and their families. But then, science caught up. While the killer hid, DNA technology advanced in ways unimaginable during his crime spree. Investigators possessed crucial DNA evidence from multiple crime scenes, the killer's biological signature. The problem? It didn't match anyone in existing criminal databases. The ghost remained nameless. The breakthrough came from an innovative, almost audacious strategy: investigative genetic genealogy. Investigators, led by pioneers like Paul Holes, uploaded the crime scene DNA profile to public genealogy websites, databases like GEDmatch, where ordinary people share their DNA results to find relatives and build family trees. This wasn't a direct match. Instead, the killer's DNA flagged distant relatives, third, fourth, even fifth cousins who had voluntarily submitted their own DNA. It was like finding a single leaf and needing to reconstruct the entire forest. Painstakingly, genealogists and detectives began building complex family trees, working backward and forward through generations, searching for a common ancestor, then branching out, eliminating possibilities until they closed in on potential suspects who fit the geographical and age profile. The genetic dragnet finally tightened around one man, Joseph James DeAngelo, an elderly Navy veteran and former police officer living quietly in a Sacramento suburb. Could this unassuming grandfather truly be the monster? Investigators needed direct confirmation. They surveilled DeAngelo, waiting for an opportunity. They collected a discarded item, something he threw away containing his DNA. Back in the lab, the comparison was made. It was a match. After 40 years of silence, the ghost had a name. The DNA Dragnet, woven from public data and cutting-edge science, had finally ensnared the Golden State Killer. In 2020, Joseph DeAngelo pleaded guilty to multiple counts of murder and kidnapping, admitting to countless other crimes for which the statute of limitations had expired. He was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole, finally bringing a measure of justice and closure to his surviving victims and their families. The Golden State Killer case wasn't just closed. It revolutionized cold case investigations worldwide. It proved that even decades later, with the power of DNA and innovative thinking, justice can find those who thought they'd escaped forever. The monster who haunted California for generations was finally unmasked, not by a stray fingerprint or a lucky break, but by the relentless power of science and the invisible ties of family history encoded in DNA.